We learned something.
Today we'll be talking about the Lohman building area. This right here is the Lohman's Landing, but if you're on the road facing down. This is the Union Hotel. This is the train track, and across these trees is the river. And these are two pictures. This one I took from if you're like on by the train tracks. And there's another one. We got another. In 1821, Missouri became a state. In 1826, the seat of government moved to Jefferson City. So this area right here became a big transportation area from all the steamships up and down that river, the Missouri River. So in 1839, James A. Crump built a large 3.5-story building of stone to serve as general store, warehouse, telegraph office, tavern, and hotel for the growing city. Crump put a general store in the west section. He sold the east section to two men named Charles Moss and Charles Lohman for $350. He sold for the center section for, guess what he sold the center for?
A road. A road.
What did he sell it for? How much?
Like how much? 300.
How much dollars?
$1,075.
That was close.
That's a good guess.
To the first one. We don't know why there was such a great difference in prices, but later Crump leased the top, east, and west east and central section and opened the Missouri House Hotel. People enjoyed the great views. The hotel was popular with rivermen and legislators. Around this time, it became known as Lohman's Landing. Boats were bringing supplies and people to Jefferson City. The area became so busy that one story claimed that a legislator asked for a room and got a tent out back. The place was so full of people that often you would have to share your room or your bed with someone. In 1843, E.B. Cordell bought Crump's west section off at a sheriff's auction. We don't know why, if he owed a debt and couldn't pay it or why. Cordell leased the building out, and you could get a room there for about $5 a week. The railroad came in during the 1850s. Goods came in east and out west by steamship. This was a huge time of going for Lohman's Landing in the city of Jefferson. That in 1855, a guy named Charles B. Moss built a brick building across the street from the Lohman building. This building right here finally became known as the Union Hotel. He paid about $900 for that property, and his brother Charles built a house a few yards away, and it still stands today. In 1859, Lohman and Moss dissolved their partnership. Lohman took over the building. The business was great at first. The area had two hotels, and they are charging wharfage fees. That's if you want to land there, you have to pay by like how big your ship is, how many people, cargo, things like that. But business started to dry up because people who had been stopping there were going cheaper and faster by railroad and didn't need to stop at Lohman's Landing. In 1867, the City Board of Aldermen voted to stop wharfage fees to encourage people to land there. In the 1870s, Moss and Lohman relocated their business away from Lohman's Landing. Both buildings were used as storage and tenements until 1905, when for 55 years it was used as Prime's Shoe Company, later known as Tweedy Shoe Company. They used the Union Hotel as a warehouse and the Lohman building as the factory. My grandma said that two members of our family used to work there, and Tweedy Shoe Company was known for their high-quality shoes. In the 1860s, the state of Missouri acquired the property. They wanted to build a parking lot, but a lady by the name of Elizabeth Rojo led a movement to preserve the building. The Lohman building was placed on the National Historic Register in 1969, and later the building was restored. They were opened to the public on July 4th, 1976. The Union Hotel now houses the Elizabeth Rojo Art Gallery and the Amtrak station. The Lohman building houses exhibits on transportation from the Missouri State Museum. It also houses offices and the library for the Department of Natural Resources. It's a nice place for people to come to Jefferson City by Amtrak and look around. Right now there is a wildlife photograph exhibit in the Elizabeth Rojo Gallery. They change it about every 4 months. I learned a lot from doing this research. I also learned that people can make changes by the city council meeting by going to the city council meetings like Elizabeth Rojo did in her day. I hope you take the time to visit it if you've never been there before.
Very good.